My feet are vibrating.
Vibrating.
They are getting an involuntary massage. So welcome back. On today's episode of How Did Bryson Completely Misplay Life this time, I was supposed to go to a League Cup today. What I failed to see was that the League Cup started at 9. In fact, signups were at like 8:45. I thought it started at 1. So we got there at 11 when the store opened, according to Google. Yeah. So I missed it completely. And this was going to be like the last week before I have a couple more decks getting cooked up. I think I mentioned it last episode. I was Gardevoir and Iron Hands EX. I also seen a Blissey EX deck I think I'm going to build too, just have fun with, because I still want a Roguish deck to play with. But we decided, fuck it, we're here. Might as well play. So Malin's been playing her Dragapult, Dust Noir combo. We got a dead end.
Oh man, it was finally smooth.
I know!
No.
We will slowly go backwards.
No.
Almost made it.
I crashed.
Oh, oh. So Malin's playing her, learning her Dragapult Dust Noir deck, and we played 5 games. She won all of them. So I think it's officially time to retire Mamoswine. I am not giving up on Mamoswine ever, because in Mamoswine we trust. But at some point, you have to come to the realization that your favorite deck is just not viable in competitive play. So I'm gonna retire it. I'm probably gonna main Gardevoir and Blissey until I find a new deck. Oh, smart. Because I tried playing Iron Hands online, and I think I still need to learn it, but I just don't enjoy it as much as I do the other decks, and I think it's really important that you play a deck that you enjoy, especially when you're new like me and you're still trying to learn the game and everything. So jumping into like a Joltik Iron Hands box with Miraidon is just not, it's very complicated. You have to really know prize mapping really well. You have to know all your different matchups. So I'm still building the deck, but I don't think I'm gonna main it for right now. Plus, Distant Rivals comes out at the end of the month, and who knows, I might completely switch where I'm playing. But rest in peace, Mamoswine. You will be missed. There are some variations I saw. A lot is an understatement. I couldn't set up, I would get breaked, and even when I was set up, she'd find a way to just absolutely come through on the prize map. So, with that said, right now we're sitting at a 1-2-0 this week. I played a 4-person league match yesterday, and that's where we're at right now. You wanna go find the other one?
I think that was in Virginia Beach, no?
Are we right next to it? Or do you want to just keep skating back and forth here?
It's about 25 minutes away.
Jesus. Alright, we'll keep skating back and forth here. Maybe cute. Look at this cool graded card I got. It's a CGC 9 signed Aoki Energy. It's an unwitnessed signature, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, Mimikyu. What did we learn this week? Well, I got a coaching session for the first time. I got 2 hours of coaching with Ethan Louis. Louis? I gotta ask him. He's a competitive TCG player based out of Vancouver, Canada, and his link to his Metafy.gg will be in the description below. But before we get into what I learned, because I have notes, I have one more league match for this week on Saturday. Then I have the pre-release. Now we're at a 1-2-0 record, so I owe you guys 2 miles. I'm going to try and do those on Friday. I
I'm actually going to attack on an extra 2 miles on Friday, so we're going to do 4. That way, I don't have to do as many on Saturday and or Sunday after the league match. I really am enjoying kind of using Pokemon as an excuse to get back into shape, and so far the rucking's been doing wonders, and it's also just inspired, like motivating me more to go back into the gym. So with that said, let's talk about the coaching. So Ethan and I spent 2 hours together and we played Guardy and Joltik box, and this is kind of what made me decide I don't want to do Joltik box. I was already not really enjoying playing it. I am still building it, but it's just, I don't know, it's not as fun to me as playing, say, Blissey and Guardy. This kind of rolls into something I noticed earlier, which was too many deck syndrome, or TDS. And just a piece of advice from one new player to another, or maybe to a more experienced player: don't overcomplicate your life with too many decks. Pick a couple archetypes that you like to play and then just run with it, okay? I don't need to explain. If you're sitting there trying to like master 5 different decks at the same time, you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna look like this dude, all right? Oh, hey, look, another graded card I picked up. Also for like 30 bucks. Absolutely fire. So with that said, here's what I learned. I need to slow down. I play my hands a little too fast, and sometimes I will misplay, or I will literally miss the win. I've done that a couple of times where I had game and I just didn't see it, and I just did whatever I was thinking I was going to do on the turn prior, and then just hit end turn or attacked, and then we're like, wait, you had win. And I was like, nuts. So slowing down is 1. Knowing your bet deck better is 2. Ethan sent me a new deck list for Guardy, which is the one I'm going to be maining, and so I'm just studying the nuts off of this deck. I'm studying its nuts. And then this also kind of goes into knowing your opponent's decks. So while I am studying Guardy, I'm also going to be kind of paying attention to other decks and archetypes, and then what their prize maps are. Like, what are they going for? Are they going for a 2-2-2? Are they going for like a 1-2-2? Or are they going for like multiple prizes in one turn, like a 3 or 4 prize? Something I saw Blissey do. So understanding kind of like what their win condition is really important. Understanding what my possible starting boards are, and then what that means. So when you get to your first turn, if you're able to, you want to do a deck search. Find out what you have prize, which is important to know what your deck is. And you're like, oh yeah, I have 3 copies of Boss's Orders. I didn't. So thinking I had 1 Bosses in my prizes when I in fact did not, definitely lost me the game that one time. Step 1, check my prizes. Step 2, plan out my starting board. Now, if I only have a limited amount of options, okay, what does this mean? I'm gonna play this over this. Maybe not start with Pheasantipity in the active, start with like Lily's Clefairy in the active, and then plan my next couple of turns out to see how I'm gonna get my board state. So not just throwing whatever in the active because screw it, I don't have my best hand, but planning out my next couple turns depending on how my start goes. Another big thing, which was I kind of already knew, but this really solidified it, was board liability. Not putting things onto the board that are a huge liability to myself. And this is something I notice a lot of other people do, is they'll just throw down Fez as soon as they get it, so they have it already on the bench when they need it. What I started doing was holding on to Fez because it's an easy 2-prize KO, or it's an easy 2-prizer for my opponent or for myself. I actually played up against a Gardevoir deck who played 2 Pheasantipity EXs for some reason, and I literally just gusted up their Pheasantipity, knocked it out, did it again the next turn, and won the game. So I don't even think I hit his Charizard. No, actually no, I did kill his Charizard first, and then I targeted his Pheasantipities. It was really funny. Next thing I did, specifically about Guardy, was don't overcommit my energies. So this is a big thing, especially if I have like a Drifloon with a Bravery Charm on it. I don't need to put the max amount of damage counters onto him to take a smaller KO. So only put the max amount of damage onto my Screamtail or my Drifloon that I need for the KO, or to combo with Monkey Dory. So just not overcommitting my energy, which leads into math with Monkey Dory. So if you'll notice, I mentioned that I'm playing Blissey and Guardy. They both use Monkey Dory. So I need to become really good at using Monkey Dory to set up KOs in future turns, or set up multiple prizes in one turn. To take multiple prizes in one turn. And that requires math. So guess what, kids? Even when you're an adult, you still got to use math, even if you're playing Pokemon. It don't matter. There's always math involved. I can't believe it. And then the last thing we talked about was practice. So For a casual player, this doesn't really apply because you're just playing to have fun, and I'm playing to have fun and be competitive. So I need to get myself a testing partner who I can play different meta decks with and really practice different matchups. I need to practice with a minimal amount of variations to my deck. So once I build my deck, or if I'm copying a list, I need to only make small changes that make it more consistent. Otherwise, leave it alone. Now, we did talk about picking one and run with it. I already talked about that. Hey, it was going to be Guardian Blissey. Let's send it. And that was pretty much it. It was really fun. If you guys do want some coaching, I really highly, man, I can't speak words, dude. I highly suggest Ethan. He's really cool, very knowledgeable. Again, link to his Metafy in the description below. I'm not being paid for this, obviously, dude. This is like my second video. What are you? No, I'm just shouting this guy out because he's cool. All right. Do I really need to explain that? With that said, I'm gonna go hit the gym and then be an adult for a little while. And yeah, I'll see you guys out on the trail. We can go ruck a few miles on Friday. Wee. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know how to end these clips because like the transitions are weird. But yeah. Go grab a backpack. Go ruck. Go do it. Go to the gym. You don't even need a gym to work out. You work out at home. Go. 100 push-ups. Get there. It's your boy, Bryson, in the post, in the commentator box, in my second office, which is my second bedroom. This is some footage from the pre-release that we just had. So the day before the pre-release, I went and did another. It was a 5-man league at the same store. Shout out to Tap and Roll in Williamsburg. But then I did the pre-release the following day, and the league match did not go well. I ended up going 1-2 out of 3 rounds. It's actually 4 rounds, but I had a bye. No, it was 3 rounds, yeah. So my only win was a bye. I lost both rounds. So my overall record for the week is 2-4. So progress? Maybe? Not really. But then I went 3-0 in the pre-release. I killed it. All right, I went Ethan Typhlosion, Team Rocket's Tyranitar with a Team Rocket's Wobbuffet and a Ho-Oh and a Shaman. And didn't really use a Ho or the Wobbuffet until game 3 up against probably one of the best players at the shop, and I barely scraped by with the win because I happened to have 3 Ethan's Adventures in my deck when he only had 2, so I was able to knock out his Tyranitar and Typhlosion because he was basically playing a mirror match of what I had. But I still went 3-0, baby. I still did it. I'm proud of myself. All right, let me have this little happy dance. All right, little happy dance. But yeah, going into week 3, there's no leagues at all. So I've only been doing free play because I'm actually recording this in week 3. But I've only been doing free plays. I've been just kind of focusing on my craft. I've been trying out the new Grimmsnarl deck on live, and it's looking kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to hop on that trend. But I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Of course, please leave a comment down below with your favorite rogue deck that you've played. And I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye!